Going live. Alright. Hi, Dad. Wait, hold on.
Gentlemen.
You know people don't like it when you hit the table because the mic is very sensitive.
Yeah, but I was doing a drum roll, dude.
Oh, how else
we can't do an air drum roll. It's not gonna sound right. So like,
wait, we gotta check if we're live.
I think we are live. We are live.
Yeah, I see the thumbnail.
Yes,
Everybody see the thumbnail.
What is up, YouTube? We are back.
We are back.
Well,
Dad is back.
At least I'm back. This guy's always been here. What is up, everybody? Thank you so much for jumping on to the Gamer and the Dad podcast. We are back. Again, I am back. This guy's always been here. Cam Bam the man. What is up, dude? I love you.
What is up,
Good to see you again, man. It's been forever.
It has been forever, but we can explain.
What is up to all our awesome watchers, awesome subscribers? Thank you guys for the support that you always give us. And Cam Bam over here. Yeah, sorry, I'm a little rusty, dude. I've been out for a little bit. One of the bigger reasons I've been out is
we have a new sister.
You have a new sister. Ladies and gentlemen, Cam has a brand new sister. My little girl was born September 25th, 2021. Yes. Beautiful little angel.
Now let's say this. He wasn't alone on this. We all helped. It was a team effort.
Absolutely. It was an awesome experience.
I had to go in circles because he couldn't leave the hospital.
Yes. Again, Luna Ray, my little angel, was born September 25th, 2021. It's been awesome. So we've been, a little occupied with that. So
yeah.
I've been absent from the podcast and from hanging out with you guys, but we're back. We are here. We are excited. Thank you guys for the continuing support that you give the channel. You give this guy here. And we love you guys for that. All the subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing. The viewers, thank you for viewing, but subscribe if you haven't, all right? Push that subscribe button.
Post the subscribe button.
Post it and push it, both, whatever you want. But thank you guys again. Let's get this thing started. I'm excited to be back, dude.
Yes.
We got so many things to talk about.
Yes, we do.
And what is up, dude?
What has been happening?
I'm like a little shocked right now because it's just so cool to be back.
What has been happening? Well, I can just explain it to you right now, and you can add on your 10 cents.
Yeah, definitely.
And all that stuff. I think that's how we go. We're like the news show here.
Let's do it.
Your monthly, every 2 month news.
Right?
Can you imagine if the news was like
let's
that?
Let's start off by saying that you've been putting up some awesome dubs, dude.
Yeah.
And I've seen all of them, and I know it's a lot of work with the editing and the voiceover and
I've had help from some other editors while I was like on my other job.
Yeah,
and
you
stuff,
guys have done an awesome job. Congratulations on that, dude.
Yeah, and we're at 7.9K right now.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have viewed them. A lot of the videos have thousands of views
already,
and that's awesome. Yeah, and as far as subs, yeah, you're close to 8,000.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's still not crazy to say that the 10,000 sub mark is a good goal for the end of the year. There's still what?
We got like
a little over 2 months.
2.5 months.
To the end of the year. So everybody.
That would be a good Christmas gift.
Yes, that would be awesome. Everybody.
That would be good.
If you haven't already, subscribe, like the video.
Subscribe for Dad.
Yeah, subscribe for Cam. This guy's the man over here.
Remember, conserve water. You gotta drink more orange juice. I know this is beer, but
that's a cool shirt.
Yeah.
But anyways, subscribe everybody. Send it to everybody you know. Put it on your Instagram, your Facebook, whatever. Your Twitter, your Snaps.
Isn't Facebook getting renamed?
I don't know, dude. Just put it on there. Who cares? Anyways, just show the love, and let's get it out there. Let's get this guy to 10,000 subs. That would be awesome. Thank you guys so much for the continuing support. Let's start this off, dude.
Yes.
First topic of today.
Well,
Bam, shoot it out.
Trouble's been happening in the world. It's not COVID, I'll tell you that much, so we don't have to worry about that. It's nothing like that. This vaccine.
Wait, rewind that? What did you say?
I said vaccine.
Vaccinine?
Vaccinini or something.
Is that
like
new medicine or what? What is that?
No. That'd be cool.
Yeah, right? Okay.
But no. So besides the whole, the vaccinations and all that stuff that's been out in the media, we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah, thank God. Okay, good. Next.
But Activision Blizzard, which is a company.
Yes, they're huge.
Oh my gosh. So now it's a big company. So in 2020, they made $3 billion in 1 year.
Okay.
And they make billions in general. Like, it's a big company, right? And they've been around since 80s, 90s, stuff like that. And the state of California decided, hey, we're suing you. But there is a reason, because it says Activision Blizzard. Okay. Now, Blizzard was a developer company that was on their own for a while, and then Activision acquired it and did a merger to call the company what it is, Activision Blizzard.
Okay.
And what they found out, or again, now as of right now, this is all in court, so it's just mainly a lot of big accusations. So we don't know exactly if those come to fruition, whether the judge makes a decision right now. It's all still in paper and talks. But from what happened, the Blizzard company had a tendency to grope women and put them in cubicles. They even had a room with Bill Cosby's picture, and people took pictures in there.
Really?
Yeah. And
so this is all fact?
Well, the Cosby one, yeah, because there was a picture floating around on the internet of the actual executives of the company just sitting there going like, taking pictures next to the Cosby suite. Yeah. The women's stuff, I'm not sure. I mean, there was, a lot of women employees.
Horrible, man. A
lot of women employees out there that said this. Again, it's all accusations, so we don't know it because we don't know if it's fact or not. And and then there was just a lot of that stuff. And then the Blizzard president, the guy who runs Blizzard, he's like, "I'm sorry, I'll do better," and then he just leaves. He's like, "All right, guys,
He resigned?
Yeah.
What?
He resigned after he apologized. He's like, "This is terrible in our company. We will do better."
Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Anybody with a little bit of life experience knows that if you walk away from something like that, dude, that's just like guilty.
Is that more guilty?
Oh, dude, that's just like, I got caught. I'm gonna resign.
Here, guys, you take over.
Wow, that sucks.
And then one of the HR departments for Blizzard. Now there was actually more accusations as it went on because this thing started, the suing from California, because the state of California started doing it because they have like a life and things for jobs and things like that. And as they went on, because this has been going on for like a few months, like maybe like 2-3 months actually, and they pulled out an accusation, and somebody pulled out an accusation to them saying, we brought this up to our HR people. We brought them the documents of papers, like, because, we write them down or whatever, and they just put them in the shredder. And it's like, what? I have no documents here. Again, all accusations. We don't know if that's true.
That's heavy, dude.
That's heavy. So one of the HR guys quit. He's like, "I'm gone, guys. I tried my best, but I'm gone."
Where does it stand right now? Where are they at right now?
As of right now,
they're being sued?
Yes, they are being sued. One from the state of California. And then when Activision Blizzard, so you know how CEOs do their quarter financial meetings? Yeah. So they said, stock's looking good. It's looking good. And then one of the investors said, "Hey, but what about the suits that you're going through? What's all that about? Or the lawsuits you're going through? What's all that about?" And he said, no, it's fine. And then their stocks started dropping because of all the suits. No. And the investors were like, "So we just lost all that money and you didn't give us a warning?" So the investors are suing the company now.
Oh, dude, they're in big trouble, man.
And they're going through another lawsuit with something else.
Jeez.
And so in total, they can be losing hundreds of millions of dollars because of this lawsuit.
They could lightly be doing everything.
And then one of the people, that's because they hear all this news, right? They hear like how horrible this is, and this is a big company, right? This is billions of dollars company, huge. And they're like, "All right, well, let's get $8 million out of them, $8 million." And then one of the execs are like, that's going on in the suit. He's like, "No, you dummy! Like, this is a bigger company. $8 million is like like a slap.
Yeah, it's what the president has in his right pocket. Wow, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, as of
that's
right
horrible.
now,
And it's such a good company too. They're doing so many good things with gaming and video and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Really unfortunate.
It's mainly like the Blizzard side, the entertainment Blizzard side. It's not more so the Activision side. It's because they're merged. That's why they're getting into this, because they're all in one company.
Exactly.
So,
dude, but it just goes to show, man, that it's true what they say. One bad apple spoils a bunch.
Yeah.
And that's just what it comes down to. Like, you're running a great company. Your employees are somewhat happy. I say somewhat because, I mean, not everybody's always very happy. But, you try your best to run a great company and keep everybody happy. But there's always one or two people that will just ruin it for everybody. But then again, it's not that they ruin it. At the same time, they discover stuff.
Yeah.
Discover stuff.
The investors are like, "Hey, buddy, like,
what is going on down there?"
It's okay. We got money, right? It's
we got money that will stop soon.
So we're suing you. And then one of the VP executives at Activision Blizzard, and this is a female executive.
Yeah.
And she's like, I've never really experienced this with a lot of our employees, and she's only been working there for like 3 months.
Oh, so she has no idea.
And a lot of these employees are in the accusations, have been working there for a couple of years and a lot of things. So it's like, okay, why do you say that? And then the CEO, Bobby Kotick, he's like, it's okay, guys, I'm sorry. I know, it hurts, I'm sorry. And then the employees that are in the accusations are like, no, you idiot, like, can you do something? And then he apologized for his apology. He's like, I'm sorry that I said the sorry in a bad way.
What?
I don't know. It's just like...
Okay, well...
Because the employees thought, like, the first apology was, like, kind of like a tone-deaf thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't really addressing a lot of things. But he knows if he says something wrong, he's like,
listen, a lot of
look,
these
my
times,
money is going to go away, so I can't say nothing.
What happens, too, is, with these big companies, the CEOs, sometimes they're great CEOs, but their social skills lack.
They don't know how to talk.
And some of these guys don't like to have PR people, so it's just like they attempt to go on camera or on Twitter or whatever and just say the stupidest thing, and the company's just like, oh my god,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, pull this guy's phone away, please. Take the keys to his car and take the keys to his office.
But he still got a good paycheck.
Oh, for sure. I mean, these guys have contracts set up just in case for stuff like this, where they where they step on their own poo-poo and they have to exit the company. They're going to get paid. Unfortunately, a lot of other employees suffer for this, and the company suffers as a whole. But man, that sucks.
So as of right now, the CEO Bobby is getting subpoenaed right now. So he's actually
of course he is
wanted for questioning.
Of course he is.
He's like, hey, can you come up to the stand?
Yeah.
What's your story? I had no idea about the lawsuits. My HR people did not bring this up to me.
Oh my god, dude, that's horrible.
So the freaking buzzer putting the documents in the shredder. That's not. We don't know if that's real or not. But God,
if that's real, that's
really bad.
That's big trouble, man.
Real
quick on the chat. Want to say hi to everybody on the chat. Thank you guys for jumping on. And who do we have here? Moonlight Game Studios. What is up? Jojo the Fox Wolf. What is up? Thank you for jumping on. Thank you for jumping on. Ben Gaming the Hedgehog. What is up? AMF the Hedgehog. Happy Thursday. Who else do we have here?
Tamara
Tamara Herder or something. I hope I'm saying that right. What is up, everybody? Thank you for jumping on to the Gamer and the Dad podcast. As always, thank you for the support.
But yeah, at the end of the day, they're gonna lose a ton of money.
Yeah,
regardless.
It's really unfortunate when this happens to big companies.
But you got caught, so they're kind of in a mess.
That's the bottom line. So,
I can imagine the CEO going to the podium and then going like, "No, I don't check my emails." It's like, but that's how.
Yeah, that's bad, dude. Bad. Moving on.
So Nintendo, what's going on with Nintendo? Nothing's going on.
There's so many things going on with Nintendo.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We have some of that in our notes here. But Nintendo Switch and a lot of things, they have like an online membership, to play online games and stuff like that with other people.
Nintendo's been really quiet though, but it's an eerie quiet.
Yeah.
Because something's coming. Because when Nintendo's quiet, something's coming. They have so many things in so many different places, right? They have theme park rides.
Yeah.
That are already open. Some are being developed.
Yes.
I'm sure they have more games coming out.
Yeah.
You were talking about the Switch. I'm sure they have something coming on with the Switch.
Oh yeah, well the Switch OLED came out recently.
How is that doing?
One store only got a Target store only got 2. No, I haven't played. I haven't used the system. Okay. No. But shipping delays and scalpers.
Well, there's like a gajillion ships out at sea that are stuck. So I'm sure that they're on there somewhere.
A Target store only got 2, and they sold out like
what are they selling for?
$350.
And what does that compare to the regular Switch?
$299.
The regular's $299?
Yes.
Okay. Wait, there's a light one, right, too?
Yeah, and then that one's $199. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
But basically what happens...
So what's the difference with the OLED one?
Well, we talked about the OLED on our podcast recently, and it was kind of funny. The screen's a bit bigger on the tablet.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
You can flatten it. Whatever I said on that podcast. It was funny. But it was funny. But the stand is more adjustable pretty much because the stand, it was just like a poke out one where it just did that. Right. It's more like adjustable to like where you can go.
Okay.
And it
What? You spit all over the mic, dude. What was that?
So you know how there's internet cables, right? That
Yes.
you plug into the router?
Yes.
You can now plug this one into the Switch because it has a port for it on the OLED version. And that's pretty much it. And
so I want to know. Okay. Well, I don't know if we should jump to this. We'll save it for the end.
Yeah.
About the development ride for Nintendo.
Yeah.
And what you just saw. We'll save that for the end.
Yeah. But so what was going to happen when it came out was that they were going to be sold in stores and stuff like that because the Switches are now being they have been for over a year.
Right.
Because when the PS5s and the Series X's came out, Nintendo had a more line to just be able to sell their Switches right there without crazy demand. But what happened was that for whatever reason, I don't know why, but as soon as it came out, they were gone. They were sold in stores and then they were just gone immediately. And then Nintendo just said, okay guys, we're doing online only. We didn't realize it was going to be this insanely big. And then scalpers, selling it for $2,000. So yeah, but aside from that, so me personally, it's just it's a little bit more of an upgrade to the Switch to have better options. I guess that's it's whatever it is. Consider it like a semi-upgrade or some sort to the original Switch. But so Nintendo, like I was saying, has an online membership, kind of like what Sony and Microsoft do. When you play online games, you pay $15 a month or $60 a year for Xbox and PlayStation. Now Nintendo's, they launched it in 2018, so they were late to the game because they never done it before. And then when they launched it, it was $8 for 3 months or $20 for a whole year.
Okay.
And then if you had the family plan where you can add different devices to that whole plan, it's $40 a year. So that's not, bad to play online games and get classic games and all that stuff and discounts and cloud saves. All in one, that's not bad.
Are we still talking about Nintendo?
Yes.
I lost you, dude. I'm looking at your eyes and you're just into this mode of quotes and facts and prices and I'm just are we talking about Nintendo?
Okay. Bottom line, I'll say
Yes.
this. Nintendo has the ability to let you play online multiplayer on the Switch with the membership that they're selling.
Hasn't that always existed? You can play online?
Yeah, but they started, like I said, they didn't launch the service until 2018.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
this is new for them.
Gotcha.
I mean, maybe 3 years new.
Gotcha.
Someone. And
Okay.
and the other companies like Sony and Microsoft have been doing it for
Gotcha.
years. And so now, recently they did a stream where they said, hey guys, we're adding new content to our games. like, passes and all that stuff, like expansions and all that stuff.
Okay.
And they said, oh, if you don't want to pay separately for it, because, they cost money, you can, we have an upgraded membership for your online. Instead of paying $20 a month, or a year, $20 a year, you pay $50 a year. And if you have the family membership that you already have, it's $80 a year this time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, price jump. And a lot of people are saying it's not really something, because $20 a year, that's cool. Like, just $20 a year.
That's not too expensive.
Yeah, for just playing online and doing all that stuff, that's pretty good. The only reason that they're doing this is because on this new version, it includes expansion passes to other games and that stuff, and then it includes, you can play all the Sega classic games, like the Sega Genesis ones, and Nintendo 64 games you can play, and that's pretty much it, like, for the newer version. So they said, well, if you want to get this, you're gonna have to pay $50 a year this time. We're not doing $20 a year anymore. Now, it's not a mandatory change, because they said, like, they're individual.
No, but they could change the price whenever they want.
Yeah, they have, but
it's about if the people are going to pay.
Yeah.
And usually the company's strategy is they see that they have pretty good margins.
Yeah.
So they up it a little bit more. They say, let's just up it $10 a year and see if people still follow. And, some of these big companies, they can do that because they have the capital to do that. And they up it $10, and they see that no one's biting, and they go, okay, let's bring it back down. But in the meantime, they up it $10 or $5 or $10, and they can make an extra $1 billion or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
But a lot of these companies are just doing so many different things to make an extra buck. They up this price and that price and this membership and that game and I don't know, man. It's just kind of like...
And Nintendo never does discounts.
Right? Never. On the chat, AMF the Hedgehog, what is up? Blue Feather is back. What is up, Blue Feather? Thank you for jumping on.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, it's like... Now, they have said that it's not mandatory change, because it's their individual memberships. So
yeah, we don't have to... Yeah,
if you don't want the expansion stuff, you can just still pay your $20 a year.
Yeah, but the sucky part about that is that they'll add a lot of stuff to the expansion, membership, and then you're like, crap.
Why can't I get
I'm
that?
Crap out of luck, because I'm not going to pay those extra, $20 or whatever it may be. So it's tough, but...
Business.
All right, business, yeah.
Nintendo, can you give discounts?
Yeah, Nintendo, step it up. Let's go.
But that's a price jump for sure, and $80 a year.
Ben Gaming the Hedgehog said Nintendo made it $50.
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. Yeah, $50.
Sucks.
Business.
Moving on.
Everything's jumping in price nowadays.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Games.
Everything, dude. Everything down to, a loaf of bread. Seriously, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Everything's going up. And the sad part,
Adidas jacket.
The sad thing is, Adidas. Thank you for the sweater. Thank you for the hat.
Your prices are going up.
Appreciate that though. What was I saying? The sad part about all this, is that we have no choice. We got to pay.
Yeah.
We got to eat. We got to drive. We got to work. We got to put clothes on our backs. So it's just sucky. But anyways, I don't want to go into that rabbit hole.
It's life.
Next.
So EA Sports.
EA Sports. Dude, I remember EA Sports from back in the day.
Back in the day.
Remember?
Yeah, we played.
EA Sports. It's in the game. Yeah, they might sue us for that little...
I'm sorry, EA. I'm sorry.
Whatever. EA Sports is cool. Dude, EA Sports is awesome, man. I remember that back in the day.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just like actual sports. They had also... Didn't they have like some... Wait, was it all sports? Or did they have some
EA
like, racing
Sports,
games?
so they had sports things.
Right.
But yeah, they used... So traditionally now, they do like football, soccer, hockey. I think that's it. Like those three main sports that they make games on as of right now. Back in the day,
EA
they
Sports.
used to make. Remember SSX Tricky?
Yes. Oh,
They-
dude,
they made
oh
that.
my God, that's way back,
And why haven't you made another one, EA? Like, what the hell?
dude. That was an awesome game, man.
Yeah.
Awesome game.
Those memories right there. They need to like remaster that or something because they're doing remasters now. So you might as well like.
You know what I think needs to happen?
What?
Somebody might have talked about this already, or it's probably in the works. But you know how a lot of these movie studios they remake old movies,
Yeah.
and some are very successful.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we need to do with games,
Yeah.
right? A lot of them should be remade. Like, I'll give you an example. I always go back to this game because it was my favorite when I was your age, basically. Choplifter from Sega. Dude, they need to remake that. Like, for PS5 or something.
Can you imagine if Sega is on a panel right now and they're gonna talk about it at some point?
Dude, they're probably listening to us. They're probably listening to us right now. They need to remake that game. Think of a game that they need to remake, like right off the top of your head.
That's a good one. Well, they have already remade a lot of Sonic games already. It's kind of hard to tell because they have a lot of games right now.
Yeah.
So.
But one game quickly that you can remember when you were very young that never came out again. Because you know how the 007s, they had a series,
Yeah.
right? But one particular one that never came out again.
One particular one that never came out
Yeah,
again.
that you enjoyed playing from back in the day.
Oh man, that's a good one. Midnight Club. Midnight Club
There
from
you go.
Rockstar. Rockstar, you have not touched Midnight Club in like 7 years. I don't know what you're doing
Has
over
it
there.
been that long?
It's probably been longer. I
But
haven't.
That's not a series, is it? Was it just one game?
Well, it was a series, but the specific one I liked was like, I think it was called Midnight Club. Like, I think it was called either Dub Edition or LA, like something like
Okay.
that. And I don't know, it was something that like I played a whole lot, and I loved a lot. So if they did that specific game,
Yeah, so I think companies need to remake games, dude, and come out with them.
they're slowly doing it. They're just not doing it as much. So
Well, maybe it's not a good idea, but I thought it was.
no, it is a good idea. I would love to see.
So what
that.
about EA Games? We got off topic here. Sorry.
So EA Sports.
EA Sports.
Yeah, so for as long as I can remember, they've always made, FIFA games, like
Right.
soccer games, right?
Yes.
They've always had that, and they've had a relationship
It's a
with
huge-
the
it's a huge
FIFA
part of
brand,
the
the
it's a
soccer
huge part of
teams,
their
all that
franchise.
stuff. So EA in their sports titles, they were making billions of dollars every year on those sports titles, the Maddens and the
Right.
FIFAs and everything. And the FIFA brand, like the company, said, "Oh, so you're making that much money? Okay, well, if you want to use our name in your future games or later on, pay us $1 billion to use our name again."
Wait, back up. Weren't they always using FIFA?
Yeah, but they always had to pay them like some certain like royalties or to use their name.
Oh, so now they're saying that the new royalties is $1 billion?
Yeah, like they're upping their price. They're like, "Hey, you're making a lot of money,
Really?
sir, and we want some of that. So pay us $1 billion if you want to use our name or license it, like to use their name to continue as they have been doing. Like they've always been using FIFA as their name, and now
Wow. What
and
a
EA
move,
said
huh?
EA said, no, we'll just change the name. We'll change it to EA Sports FC.
Oh, EA Sports hits back with the left hook.
They're like, no, we'll just change the name to FC 2023 or something. Football
FC.
club.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, so that's a ballsy move, man, from both companies.
Yeah.
FIFA saying, no, give us $1 billion or you can't use the name. EA Sports going, what? We don't need to use FIFA.
We just
Hey,
changed-
John, come up with another name. Huh?
FC.
What's that? FC? Done. FC Sports. FC Football, FC Soccer, FC Golf, FC Ping Pong. There it is. Thank you, FIFA. We'll see you later, man. Dude, that is ballsy from both sides.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
what's the outcome on that? What happened?
so currently EA's in the works of trying to do the rebrand of the game to change it to FC.
Right. Do you know what FC means?
I think it's football club. I'm guessing. I don't know what
So
it
they're
means.
going to use football club across the board for American football and soccer?
Probably. Yeah. Well, not Madden, which is the football. That's different. That's a whole different thing.
That's what I'm saying. That's American football.
Yeah, but they're not doing that. They're just specifically for the soccer games necessarily.
Also, football club. Okay.
Yeah, so that's what they're doing.
Wow.
But my problem is that, okay, well, what are they going to do with the players? Because they get the players from, all the, the teams, from the soccer teams, right? Like the actual people. Yeah. So I'm wondering if FIFA's like saying, all right, we're going to leave now because you're not going to pay us any money.
I don't know how that works, man. I don't know if FIFA has. I mean, I'm sure the teams have a contract with FIFA, but I don't know if the specific players have a contract
like
with
a
FIFA
players association
that
or
they
something?
can't do anything. Yeah. If that was the case, then FIFA has control of everything. Wow, that's gonna be a crazy one.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're still working it out and just saying, no, I won't pay you that much. I could pay you this much. I'm wondering if those talks are happening with EA and FIFA, just saying, well, okay, well, we can't give you $1 billion, even though we do make billions.
Well, see, let me tell you, right here, what I think is FIFA would end up losing.
Really?
Let me tell you why. Because I believe that the gamers that play the game, right, the FIFA games, are hardcore players, right?
Yeah.
They are dedicated players to those specific games. Now, the word FIFA is attractive because everybody's it's world renowned. I mean, they know, right?
Yeah.
When you say FIFA, you know what you're talking about. It's international. However, if you piss the players off, the gaming guys, and you say, well, sorry guys, FIFA isn't letting you use their name. We can't come out with another soccer game or another another soccer game. I think the gaming community would build a somewhat of a hate towards FIFA.
A riot.
Right? and if EA Sports comes out and says, you know what, we're gonna have to rename this because they're not letting go, and we want to come out with the newest soccer game.
Like we have one in development right now,
Correct.
So we need to.
The gamers are gonna want to play.
Yeah.
Right. So they're gonna support EA games. They're gonna go, just bring it out. It's okay. Forget FIFA, whatever. And FIFA might be hurt. From this, not so much from the gaming community, but from not being licensed anymore, and they'll lose that money. I don't know. I don't know if you understood me there a little bit, but
no, I understood.
Confusing.
I understood. I just think that because EA makes a lot of money on these sports games every year, so I'm just wondering. It's like, well, if you want to keep the name, because like you said, it's a world-renowned name. I mean, they already have billions, but I guess they think, oh, this is a billion.
At the same time, it might be a good thing for EA Sports just to rebrand it.
Yeah.
That way, they don't have to deal with FIFA anymore.
Well, they still have to keep contracts with like players associations because if they want to keep those like players' names and their faces and all that stuff,
well,
they'll still have to keep true with those.
True.
But FIFA,
I just don't know how much FIFA has into the players. It's more the teams, I guess. They belong to.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's gonna be a crazy struggle.
Yeah, EA.
That's gonna be interesting.
You gonna pay, or you just gonna be like, no,
Well, not necessarily. I mean, it's kind of tug of war there. We'll see.
Hey, Chuck, where's my $1 billion?
Yeah.
Didn't Dave tell you he's not giving you it? Remember?
Yeah. We ain't got no check. Good luck.
We ain't got no
check. I'm burping my wine I had last night.
Remember, kids, conserve water, drink alcohol.
Yeah. Drink orange juice. He said.
In the beginning, yeah. Drink orange juice, and stuff like that. Oh my god, that. I don't even know why I said that.
Yeah, I don't know either. Everybody in the chat, thank you so much for the continued support. Everybody out there, if you're just viewing, please take a second to subscribe. Hit the like for support and the bell for notifications for anything coming up in the future. You would really help this guy over here, Cam Bam the Man, with his channel. We are trying to get him to 10,000 subs by the end of 2021, which we have a little bit over 2.5 months. So guys, tell everybody, shoot it out to your social media, to subscribe
Just
to the
bomb
Gaming Dad
everybody's
podcast.
phone.
Subscribe to Little Game Boy 5 on YouTube. That'll help out a lot. Next topic, Cam Bam.
Netflix. So Netflix.
Dude, it is getting
crazy over there.
crazy nasty over there, man. There's so many things going on.
Yes.
But Netflix is, dude, they just been hitting it out of the park.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just home run after home run. But they are the pioneers of all this, and you know, they have a big responsibility to everybody to, you know, to do the right thing. But man, dude, it is a war zone over there right now. But they have such good content too.
Yeah,
I mean,
they have a lot.
Continue to bring out some great stuff. Some of it controversial, but I mean, I don't want to get into that. But their stock has been great. You know, it's been going up in price. But man, do they have a sort of a mess over there?
Yeah. So Netflix is.
Netflix? Is that new? Is that new cereal? Is that what you had this morning for breakfast?
Netflix. Netflix is so they started doing with 2 of their movies, maybe more. I don't know.
Okay.
That they're doing. This movie's coming in select theaters, and then will come later to Netflix in like 1 or 2 weeks between their release. So they're doing that with this new movie, Red Notice, that's coming out in November. Yeah. I already saw the trailer, and I think it's gonna be cool. But it says in theaters November something, and then on Netflix November 12th. So it's like a week or 2. Like, are you gonna see it in theaters this week, or are you gonna see it like next week on Netflix?
We continue to have this. I don't want to call it issue. It's not an issue, but we continue to have this division of what's better, theater or streaming, right?
Yeah.
Now, I know that in the past podcast, I've raised my voice of.
I would love to make an edit of just
theaters.
like
Absolutely, let's do it. Telling everybody that the theaters weren't going to come back. They're not going to be successful anymore, right?
Yeah.
There's been some movies that have been out in theaters lately.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say huge box office numbers, but for the pandemic, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
However, I'm still seeing humongous numbers for streaming. And yet, some movies are still scared to bring out just in streaming, or both. It's just strictly theaters. No Time to Die did that.
Yeah.
What was the other one that didn't go to stream? Just strictly movie.
Venom.
Venom.
I like because the Venom trailer, it always said at the end of every trailer,
right,
exclusively in movie theaters,
right,
all the time.
Right.
All the time.
So I don't know. People have got to let go, and
because I think a Disney CEO or something said you don't only have to build your franchises, or if it becomes a franchise or something like that, you don't only have to build that in theaters. You can build it on any other avenue.
Well, they did that for what's that one they just brought out with Scarlett Johansson?
Well, Black Widow, but that was like but that was like 2 ways of release. Like you can release it either theaters or Disney Plus.
Right.
But there are some movies that were just Disney Plus like originals, like
never came out in theater. Just
Disney
Plus.
And they said, that movie on Disney Plus original did pretty good, honestly. Yeah. So maybe we could see some others,
I think so. Listen, it's just another way of them doing it.
But some companies are just like, well, we don't get money. It's like we don't get them concessions, them popcorn sales.
You know what, dude? I didn't want to get into it, man.
You want to go to jury seats?
You know what? I was watching. Dude, they are. They're nasty. They're never clean, I don't think.
They're doing it now because everybody's freaking out.
Yeah, I've heard some big execs recently talk on video that they were thinking the same way I was thinking. People are not going to go back to the theaters like they used to, like pre-pandemic. They're not going to have pre-pandemic numbers. I mean, some of these blockbusters were bringing in 150, 200 million at the box office. Now, at the highest, what was the highest one? I think it was recently. I think it was...
the highest one that I can recount as of right now is Fast 9.
Fast 9, they did what at the theater?
So we know that China had it first, so they already had like a
right. But
head
here in the
start.
States, I think opening they did like 80 or 90 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's huge for like sort of pandemic numbers. Not fully pandemic, but still, that's a movie that probably if it was came out pre-pandemic, it would have probably done $200 million on a weekend.
It would have made its billions. Probably,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man.
Because didn't you say like one of the people on Shark Tank, one of those investor dudes said that theaters they're just not.
Yeah,
not in that way.
O'Leary, Mr. O'Leary.
Mr. O'Leary.
Yeah, he was saying that was one of the videos that I saw, and I was really surprised that he said it because he almost said it exactly like I did. People aren't going there. I'm an investor in theaters from back in the day, and I still have investments in it. And I get the numbers every quarter, and it keeps going down. People aren't buying concessions anymore. People aren't buying tickets like pre-pandemic. So it's definitely hurting. It's going down. It's not going to go back up. And he was really confident about what he was saying. So, I kind of agree with him and everything he was saying. And but it's going to be interesting. Listen, these companies ain't going nowhere. Netflix is so powerful.
Yeah.
Disney Plus.
That's why
NBC,
recently Sony made a deal with Netflix to release their new upcoming movie.
It's smart. Why not get on that boat, man?
They said, "Hey, next year Netflix, you can stream our movies.
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go,
absolutely.
Free. There you go." So, it's surprising that Sony is not one of those guys that does their own streaming service. They're one of the few companies that haven't done it yet.
Who?
Sony. Sony Pictures hasn't done it yet.
There's got to be a reason.
Again, maybe they're researching because maybe this deal with Netflix, is a way. Disney did it. They made a deal with Netflix for a couple of years to release their movies on that platform, and then eventually went away and made their own.
Maybe Sony's kind of waiting. It's a long way to wait, but maybe they're waiting to see what happens as this pandemic sort of dies out and we sort of go back to normal. Maybe they're waiting. We'll see. I don't know.
I don't know.
But it'll be interesting to see what they do in the future.
Yeah. So Venom opening at like 90 million in the weekend. That's pretty good. And then No Time to Die. I always knew No Time to Die was gonna make money anyway.
For sure.
But
for sure.
At the same time, you think about Diffie?
Diffie? Who's that?
I don't know. Diffie Duck?
Diffie Duck. All right, good.
Guys, subscribe to Diffie Duck. Can you imagine if it's a channel there? That's what I should name my channel now. I'm Diffie Duck, guys.
Yeah.
The Diffie Duck podcast. But what I was saying is like there's different avenues of watching things, like whether it's streaming and stuff. Just for example, like remember we watched the Suicide Squad.
Yep.
And it was released theaters and HBO Max same day, and it bombed in theaters. Now it was a good movie. It was a really good movie. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But it didn't make money in the opening, and it surely didn't make money in the theatrical run as it was in the theaters. But silver lining is that it broke HBO Max streaming records,
That's
for
awesome.
being the most streamed thing on HBO Max.
It's just...
Now, at the time, this is when people, again, this is at the time where the Delta variant was kind of rising up in the media and stuff like that, so people were kind of skeptical and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, that could just be because people just wanted to watch it at home because they had it's well, I have the subscription. Why don't I just I can just watch it right now.
Yeah.
I can watch it on my phone, my laptop, my TV. Get some nachos. Get some.
Yes.
We had a great time watching it just in our house right there.
Yeah, totally.
So not having to worry about a guy going excuse me.
No, forget the people next to you. Just the seat, dude. The nasty seat.
They're creaking.
The nasty seat.
The nasty seat.
But we'll see what happens. Moving on, sir.
Yeah, so I hope it goes well because now, from what I've heard, because HBO Max has been doing that this whole year, the same day premiere for the whole entire year slate. And they saw some drop in movies and they saw some ups in movies. But now for their next year's slate, for only the few movies they've announced so far, they haven't announced everything, but they've announced movies so far, they said, oh, it's only in theaters. I was like, wait, so you're only doing this for like 1 year? Is HBO like gonna stop doing that now? Like, cause that was kind of like one of the selling points of HBO Max was like the same day premiere. You can watch it at the same time. They said that they'll still do it. They just have to figure out which titles are, gonna fit in that space.
Like anything else.
So maybe it's not for every single one of the movies this time around. Like for next year, maybe it'll be for like a couple they think will just be like, okay, this is a good avenue to do that, so they'll do that. So maybe it's like that. Maybe it'll probably be something where they'll select a couple movies and they'll be like, yeah, this can be theaters and HBO Max. It's like that one, oh no, you gotta do that in theaters, buddy. I'm sorry, but I have the check. It's like I don't care if you got no checks. I need to get them popcorn sales.
Yeah. Popcorn sales.
Can you imagine the box office sales? They're like popcorn sales. They're up.
Popcorn sales been down.
Been down.
It's gonna be horrible. Moving on, sir.
Oh. But Sony, so I think we talked about Sony earlier, but this is Sony Games this time.
Hold that thought. I gotta use the restroom. People, talk to Cam.
Hi, guys. Alright, what's going on here? Are you guys ready for the holidays? Absolutely. Favorite holiday and why? I would say probably... I don't want to say Christmas, because if I say Christmas, it's like, oh, you just like getting gifts. Like that's like a typical thing. But Christmas is a nice time. I definitely think that it's good. I would say Thanksgiving, like, because you're there with family, you're eating food, you're enjoying your time. It's giving thanks. I just think Christmas is kind of like one of those holidays where, you're in it for the gifts most times. So that's what I think. Netflix only at your local convenience store, only for a limited time. That is very true. Getting a haircut? No problem, Super H. Hope your haircut was nice. Sorry, what was your question? Oh, yeah. You good now? I think Dad's good, guys. He had to take a short pee-pee.
Oh,
He just did it on the. Come on, Dad. Really?
All right.
Why did you go to the bathroom? You're gonna do it right here.
No, it wasn't. I'm just. It just feels good to relieve yourself.
Sure. But Sony games, like I said before.
Yes.
So, you know how on the PS5 it has like these plates on the side, right? Those ones you can actually, like the white plates that we.
Yes.
So those you can actually remove, so you can like look at the components, like clean out the fans and do that stuff.
Really? Okay.
Really
cool.
easy way.
Yeah.
And then when people discovered that it's removable in such like an easy and convenient way, it's like, oh, well, maybe we can customize it. Maybe add some custom plates. Put like get custom plates with like designs on it or something like that, to customize it, right? Sony, when they first started doing this, so there was way back in the day, like a year ago, there was a company that was already making plates. And Sony was suing them, saying, no, you can't do that. Don't do that. And they're like, okay, fine. And then there was another company that started making them. And they've been making them for a little while.
Right.
And they're like, oh, Sony, yeah, come at us, Sony. We don't care. Yeah, we don't care that you're going to sue us. We're just going to make these anyway. So Sony didn't hear that at all. And then, so they started selling those plates on Amazon, I don't know, like for a little while, maybe like a couple months, almost a year, maybe. Mm-hmm. And then Sony finally said, all right, we're suing you. What are you doing? You can't make this stuff. And the guys are like, all right, we've been waiting. We've been waiting for you to sue us. I want to see the documents. Well, what tells us that we cannot do this? I don't know. Sony's just saying you can't do that. You can't do that.
That's a toughie, man. Because...
Maybe because it's patent?
It's just like... Well, yeah, it's just like the vehicles. If you buy a vehicle, right? Yeah. You drive it off the lot, okay?
You already paid your money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you go directly to a auto shop, and they take off the hood, and they put a carbon fiber hood, right?
Yeah.
And now what? Is Honda gonna sue you because you put a fiberglass? I mean, a
or
carbon
sue
fiber
the company
hood on it? I mean, I don't think Sony has any say in this. Unfortunately for them, They don't. They don't. I don't see where, where they have a say in this. If the only thing, no, they don't.
I was trying to look at like a
no, because I was going to say that. I was quickly going to say maybe because doesn't it say something on the original plates like PS5 or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I was going to say by the customers removing that.
And then putting their own custom one.
Yeah, you're taking away from, but no, I don't see it because once you buy the unit, it's at your house.
Yours.
It's yours. If I want to put, Wiener Schnitzel stickers on it, right, and just display it like that in my room, that's my right. Sony can't say, "Oh, take those stickers off." That's not how it's supposed to look. Yeah, I don't think Sony has now. If this company is putting custom plates on it and reselling the unit as a PS5, then we have a problem. Then there lies.
Is that
the
our
problem.
console?
Yeah.
Why does it look like that?
Yeah, because then now you could say like,
that's using all their components and all their things. Yeah.
But then again, we go back to the car thing. If I turn around and I sell that car that now has a carbon fiber hood and a carbon fiber trunk, Honda's not going to come back and say, "Hey, that's not how that car's supposed to look. You can't resell like that." Yeah, I can. It's my car. I'm going to resell it. Right?
Yeah. People sell their cars all the time.
Yeah, so does that kind of go with the console? Like, I don't know, man. That's a toughie.
The thing is, though, some people have already bought in like those custom plates already, and they put them on, and Sony doesn't say anything because you already have it. It's like, okay, whatever. They're just saying the companies, feature companies and stuff, don't make these custom plates. We don't want them. That's what they're saying to those companies who make those plates.
They can't say that.
Well, they're suing them, so maybe the judge will say, "You dummies, you can't say that."
I don't see it. I don't see Sony have any leverage on this. Because once they sell their unit is sold.
It's sold to the customer.
It's sold to the customer.
And you're telling the customer.
Yeah, it's like, dude, I don't see it unless I'm,
Can you put a hat on it?
Unless I'm missing something, because again, even if say that the unit you have.
Yeah.
Say that you paint, whatever, a heart on one of the plates with.
Yeah, like a logo or something. Yeah.
And you end up selling your unit with that on it. I mean.
They can't do anything at that point.
What are they going to do? Are they going to call you, Mr. Fernandez? Yeah, you can't sell our unit with a heart on it. Yeah, please get some
sandpaper,
nail polish remover, and remove that before you sell it. There's no way. They can't do that. I don't see Sony having any leverage on this whatsoever.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, like this plate company that makes these, they're not insanely huge, so they probably don't like. Sony probably have better lawyers in this case.
That's for sure. For sure they do. But again, I don't see what leverage Sony has. I don't see it.
The judge can look at that and probably say
Sony sold a unit to a customer.
Yes.
If that customer wants to go and paint that unit hot pink and put little cherries on it, that's the customer's right. It's their unit. Sony has nothing to do with that. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. The only thing I could see is if that person is trying to resell that unit, using Sony as the selling point. Mm-hmm. Oh, I got this custom thing from Sony.
No, you didn't.
That's the only thing. Yeah, that's the only thing I could see. I don't know, man. I could be completely wrong. Obviously, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know, but.
Lawyer dad.
But I don't see. Anyways, I don't see Sony having any leverage on this whatsoever.
It might just be something saying, like the judge saying, looking at the stuff, and companies have money on the line and stuff like that. Yeah, so
I don't see it. But
it's probably going to be something where the judge is probably going to be like, all right, just calm down, Sony. It's not a big deal. It's like it's for guests who, they sell like the thing is like on Amazon they sell like a bunch of console accessories all the time
for everything. I'm telling you, there's stuff for everything.
Yeah.
And, I mean,
cases for phones. Does Apple say no? You can't put a case on your phone.
Yeah, it's just
they sell their own cases.
Yeah,
It's like that.
I mean, I've seen people have cases that say "F you" on them, that have sexual things on them. You know, Apple's not. I mean, Apple can't come out and say, "Hey, you can't wrap that on our phone." You know, it's just like you can't, dude. Anyways, I don't see them having leverage, but we'll see what happens with that.
But speaking of Apple,
yes,
Apple has no profit. They were
what?
No, it's the speak. Remember we talked about it? Like that companies like to say, "Oh, we haven't made profits yet."
Apple has made no profit.
And guess how much they made from the App Store?
Baloney.
$6 billion in the App Store.
$6 billion.
Yeah, something like that, somewhere around there. And Tim Cook was like, "Yeah, no profits yet. We're getting there."
Yeah. Why he's sitting in his, $1 million Ferrari. I don't know where the profits are going, guys. Yeah, Chuck, one more coat of wax on this thing. I don't know where the profits are going, guys, but we're not profitable yet. We probably will be in the next year
or two.
So, but keep buying phones and apps on the app store and iPads and I don't believe him.
But he says that even though they have like a $5 billion like camp in California.
Yeah, their campus is like $5 billion. They just sold a gajillion phones again for the 13th time. There's no way. There's no way they're not profitable. There's
iPad's coming out, a new Apple Watch. Those are probably going to sell.
I don't believe it.
Why do they say that?
I don't
They're
believe
like, no profits. I'm sorry.
I don't believe it.
We got no profit.
But
speaking of that, I just want to say that because that was pretty funny because, so Apple and Epic Games, which is developer studio or company now, that have done Fortnite. Now Fortnite was on the App Store, like on Apple. When it joined the App Store, the in-app purchases. Now again, Apple takes a cut of that because if you're on their platform, they're going to take money. They take 30%. Now, that's a lot. And Epic did this thing. Now it's in contracts, right? Whenever you publish an app to Apple or Google, because Androids, that's the Google Play Store, you have to do contracts with these companies and say, hey, your profits portions some of it's gonna go to us because you're on our platform. Mm-hmm. They wouldn't have access to this if it wasn't for our platform, so you have to give us some sort of cut for that, right?
Yep.
Epic decided for Fortnite that the in-game purchases that you can do, like apps have that,
right?
And they're like, oh, we'll skimmy away, we'll make sure Apple doesn't get it, and we'll just go to us. That's breaking their contract rules, and Apple said, what the hell are you doing? Get off our App Store. And Google did the same thing because they were doing the same thing to Google, and like Google's like, are you serious? Are you serious?
What was that voice?
It's the CEO.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Are you serious? Get off our App Store right now. get off our App Store right now. So
they're off.
They're off. They've been off, and Epic Games sued both Apple and Google. Right. It was mainly Apple. Google didn't come in until like way later, and Apple did the same thing. It's like, hey, they broke the terms of contract. It was in our contract that we would get the 30%. And then Epic was saying, well, 30% is too much. It's like, well, why do you do that? We want our profits. And, it was like a back and forth between both of those companies. Right. And then Apple, after that whole suit thing was going on, they decided to lower their takes from 30% to, I think, about, I don't know, like 20 or 15% maybe.
Okay. I
mean, it's still like a good margin.
It's a great margin.
It's a great margin. I mean, it's lower, but it's a great margin. Still, either way, it's the App Store, And so the case has been going on for months, right? It was going on for months and all that stuff between Epic and Apple. Yeah. And then it actually recently got resolved. It actually got resolved, and nobody won. Nobody won.
So what happened?
So the judge pretty much said, you both are at fault. Apple has this sort of monopoly with apps. It's like if you're going to put an app on an app store,
I gotcha. Yeah.
They got to pay so much money for it, and they already make so much money off the app store already. And then Epic was like, well, yeah. And then the judge was like, and you, Epic, you broke your contract with Apple and Google that you would give some of your profits from those purchases to those companies that are publishing your app on that
Right.
store. So you're not clean either. So the judge pretty much just ruled it out, and Apple took most of the win, and then half of the win was for Epic, because Apple's, it's a big
Gotcha.
company.
Wow.
But it was weird because I was like, well, it's kind of your fault, dude. You kind of just you just broke the contract without even.
Yeah, totally.
You signed it, and you're like, all right,
Totally.
Chuck. Yeah.
Chuck.
You started saying
Chuck.
it. Hey, Chuck, you don't want to give Apple money, do you? Yeah.
Chuck always wants to give Apple money.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, fine. All right, Apple, fine. So,
Wow.
I think Epic Games had to pay some money.
I'm sure they
Apple
did.
didn't pay as much, but they still paid either way.
Yeah. Poor
And then-
Apple. And they're not making any profits, and I feel so bad for them. And they have to pay. So,
I know, right? And Google. So now it's Google's turn. Google was in the line. It's like, I'm next.
yeah, I'm next in line. How do we do this again?
So now it's Epic versus Google right now. So now it's probably gonna take a while. It's just developing right now, so we don't know too much about what's going on. It's probably like similar case,
Yeah.
like Apple or Google needed to take cuts,
Right.
and Epic wasn't doing it. So it's like, okay, well, we're gonna get in that whole shebang.
Wow.
But Apple's more like widespread than Google because like it's Android,
Mm-hmm.
and from what I know, at least like 90, maybe like 89-90% of the population, iPhones,
Yeah.
right? And there's only like maybe like 10 or 20% that have Androids. So I could see why it was a big deal when it was Apple and then Epic. This one, I'm not too sure what can go around because
It'll be a quick fix.
it'll be a quick fix.
I think so.
And speaking of Apple, the 13 came out not too long ago.
Yeah.
You actually have, I think you have one?
No, wifey has one.
Wifey has one. Okay. What do you think?
I wasn't allowed to get one yet.
But what do you think of it so far when you
No,
got it?
honestly, it's awesome. She loves it to death. What I saw right off the bat, because I have the 11 still,
Yeah.
right? And she had a way older phone than mine still. But what I what I noticed right off the bat was the weight of the phone.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it was heavy, or it is heavy, I should say.
Was it the Pro Max or was it?
She got the Pro Max.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be weighty.
And it's pretty damn heavy.
Is it like a brick?
It's like a brick for
Oh my
sure.
goodness.
Yeah, if you put a piece of rope on that thing and you throw it into the water, dude, you're gonna sink right to the bottom. So the weight, definitely the weight. The battery is a lot longer. It lasts a lot longer for sure.
Yeah, it's like on their posters. It's a
Cameras, I mean, we go all day about cameras. They're really, really good. And the size of it too, it's very, very big. I mean, she has small hands. She could barely grip it. And I have very big hands. And even that, like, trying to maneuver the one hand is a lot. But it's a cool looking phone, man.
Yeah.
Cool looking phone, super fast.
New chips, everything.
Yeah. It's a great phone. So we'll see. I don't know if I'll upgrade soon or not.
Nah, I mean, I got the 12 not too long ago.
Yeah.
So. But I got the 12 when the 12 was the only phone out there. There wasn't
Yeah.
a 13, so I should have waited. But I had the iPhone 8 for like a
Well,
billion years.
just
so.
wait 2 more days. They're gonna come off the 14. I mean,
Exactly.
they're coming out so quickly. But
I know. Well, they
But
come
yeah,
out
it's-
every year.
but yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. But
Yeah, iPhones. It is what
course.
it is. It's probably Apple's like top selling product
yeah.
of all time right
Yeah.
now. Every time that comes out,
Yep.
whoop, no profits. No, no profit. Well, they are stuck at ship. I don't know when they're.
Yeah. All their profits are they're on the ocean somewhere.
And the investors are like, but how do we get those profits? It's like, Tim Cook's like, you got a boat? Yeah, you gonna start swimming over there? Start like drowning and give it to customers and do all that stuff. I mean, that's crazy, but and then later
Yes, it is.
they're gonna have the Series 7 Apple Watch.
Yeah.
Which is a big
That's
upgrade
coming
to
out
the watch.
too. Yep. And they just came out with a new laptop, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
The-
and then they're coming out with a new iPad Mini
Yeah.
sometime in the fall.
Yeah, they come out with a lot of stuff, man.
And then a lot of people are saying, is it a repeat? Like, we just had a Mini, and you're doing another Mini? Or
Yeah,
not?
but they changed so many things on it.
Yeah, I mean, you remember back in the day, the very first iPhone, when Steve Jobs announced it back in the
Mhm.
early 2000s. It was tiny. It was like when I looked at it now, it was like an oval.
It's
and it only had 5 gigs.
Crazy, right?
It only had 5 gigs. It's like, what are you gonna do with 5 gigs? I don't know. Do something with it. And that was a big transition. It had a headphone jack.
Yeah.
It had a lightning jack, and now Apple's like
changed. A lot of things changed, man.
Apple's like, get rid of all of that.
Yeah. Yeah. Now it's like there's no buttons there. I mean, the only button that it has is the volume buttons on the side
and the power button.
And the power button. That's it. Later on, they're not gonna have anything. Like nothing. No buttons. Like, no buttons. You're just gonna go like, and it turns on.
Or
voice activated. Take a picture.
That would be weird. I don't know if I trust voice activated things to take pictures.
And hold on, take a picture. Click.
Are you sure you want the picture? And you're like,
don't take it.
Picture taken.
Yeah.
Sending to your mailbox.
Yeah. Damn it.
That's like Google Glass almost,
right?
man.
Yeah, dude, that's scary stuff.
But yeah, think about what if Apple started doing Google Glass, or some version of their.
Let's not get them started. Anyways, moving on, because we are running out of time, sir.
Mario movie.
We have one more topic here.
The Mario movie.
Oh, man.
We just heard some news. Dude. Finally, it's been in development for a long while. It's finally coming out from Illumination.
Listen,
It makes
I'm not
Despicable
going to go into
Me.
a rabbit hole with this thing. All I want to say is that I'm not going to get into the people that are playing the characters. Okay.
It's already been out there.
Yeah, people have talked about it forever. There's, everybody has their opinion. All I hope is that the movie stays genuine to what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they don't go crazy with some, way off topic type of thing. I really hope it stays genuine to what the characters are, to what the theme is, to what the, video game has been, to what that franchise has been.
Yeah.
That's all I ask. As far as Nintendo choosing,
Illumination to do it.
Well, I think that's a brilliant idea. But I just hope that it
well, because the guy who created Mario and Zelda and all that stuff, he's producer on it on the movie.
Yeah.
So.
But there's been some things that not a lot of people have agreed on.
Well, remember when Sega just said, "All right, Paramount, you can go make a movie. We'll just sit over here," and then they had to redo Sonic. Remember all that stuff?
That's the thing. So I just hope that they come out with some, they stay true to what it is. So we'll see. We'll see.
Dad has opinions on Chris.
I have opinions on the chat. Sherry Doodles.
Oh yeah, Sherry Doodles.
What is up? Welcome to the chat. Thank you. We're about to.
Hey, Cam and Pops.
What's up?
Nice to see you guys streaming again. Yeah, I just want a real Mario movie. That's what she said.
Yeah, I agree.
A real Mario movie.
I agree.
I like the appreciation of doing animation, like the whole thing's animated. If it was live action, I think it would have been just weird. If, in my opinion, it would have been.
I thought
green
about that for a
screen.
Second too. I was like, how do you do that?
They did it way back in the day.
Yeah, but it didn't.
You're just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Bob Hoskins, come on.
But we'll see. The last topic I want to talk about to wrap this up. This man right here yesterday went to Universal Studios.
Yeah.
And I didn't get to go.
You were working.
I know. I was working. But anyways, very quickly, tell me what you saw with the new Mario Land that's being built there, man.
It's destroyed.
Fantastic. Thank you guys for tuning in. And it's destroyed. What are you talking about?
It's gone. They moved it.
No.
I'm just kidding.
They should be well on their way. Does it look defined? Like you could tell what it is?
Yeah, they made a table.
What do you mean? Are you be serious? I'm gonna throw this water in your face.
Okay, I'll be serious.
Where are they at with that?
So.
What can you see?
What can I see?
Yeah.
Well, when you go down to the lower lot. Now this is in Hollywood, Los Angeles. Well, what you can see is that sometimes they have like background boards.
Yeah.
I think Disney has this. When you go to Toontown, they have like
areas that they're constructing or fixing.
Well, it's not just that, but like when you're in Toontown and you look up and you see like the Toontown sign or something like that, you see like things that are like boards that don't move or anything. They're just boards.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so they have those.
Okay.
They have that of the Mushroom Kingdom. They have those laid out in areas, and they have a building that's already like walled, like with wall on one side, but they're still working on it. They have like the sculpture place where they have some of the line poles and everything. How the building's gonna.
But nothing's in color yet.
Nothing. Well, nothing's in color aside from the painting like board things that are on the sections.
Right.
Aside from that, there's nothing that's been colored yet. There's not even like designs or something yet. So this might be like, we could be seeing like 2023 probably, 2027. I don't know. Like you're like 2027.
Sherry Jules just say, isn't Mario Land in Japan?
It did open in
That's
Japan.
where it opened first, yes, but they are building one here at Universal Studios
And
Hollywood
Florida.
and Florida. I don't know which one's going to be first, but
depends.
yeah. But
I think because in Japan, like they had
Yeah.
a lot less COVID restrictions, so
Of
they were
course.
able to work down that. Or like,
but it makes sense that they did it there first, anyways. But yes, we are having one here in Cali, and they are doing one in Florida. So I don't know which one's going to be built first, but we are super excited.
It's about all the work.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
I think we could show a picture here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that is pretty much the land they have so far.
Oh, so you could tell.
Yeah.
You could tell, yeah.
So you see all the
Yeah.
little
You can
things,
tell.
and then
Dude, that's going to be awesome.
Mario Kart ride.
Oh, dude, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Dad's like, Mario Kart ride.
Oh, dude, I already know they're going to do one. I hope it's fast, and I hope it's crazy.
I want it to be like Boomer Go-Karts or something.
No, it's not going to be like, I don't think it's going to be like that. It's going to be a ride that you obviously don't have control over. Not like crashing, like bumper cars or anything. No, but I think, I hope they make it like the game, dude, like you're sliding.
Getting the items and...
Yeah, and maybe you could, well, you won't have actual things that you could throw. Get the turtle, knock this guy over. Yeah.
What the hell?
But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna
No,
be
I
fun.
think what it can be is that it's gonna be more virtual in a lot of ways. Obviously, having the replica of the cart for however many people, probably like 2 or 3 or 4,
Yeah.
and going in this area and then kind of racing at some points. I bet that there's accelerators and things, but I bet it's like an outline track of like you can control the acceleration and things like that. Because I think Knott's or something like that has that there where you can like control carts, but they're already tracked into
we won't
one.
be able to see until they have a bigger portion done to see if how big that whole area is going to be. Because you still don't know how much of that section they're going to use for what.
Yeah.
But it'll be very interesting. It'll be very interesting, and I can't wait.
I think what's gonna happen. Can you imagine like, so you pick up an item or you get an item or whatever.
Yeah.
If they do that, and then like, okay, it's a red shell. You shoot it at a car, and like, if the car gets shot, it's like Roger Rabbit. Like they just spin around when they get hit.
That, or remember the Toy Story ride at California Adventure.
Toy Story Mania.
Yeah, where you shoot the darts.
Yeah, but those are like carnival mini games. Yeah.
Right. So maybe something similar to where you're in the cart, in the Mario Go-Kart, and you have like a little screen and you have like a handle that you could shoot the turtle and shoot the bomb and shoot all that. I don't know. The possibilities.
Isn't that like arcade?
Obviously, but anyways, we're excited. And that is going to do it.
And Dad's like, LA, hurry up.
Yeah, seriously. Anyways, everybody in the chat that came in late, thank you so much for jumping on. The voice of Logan Underwood.
What's new?
Yeah.
Well, what's new is that we finally did a podcast.
Yes.
Again.
Thank you guys so much for jumping on. This has been awesome. Thank you guys for showing your support on this podcast where we're back. Thank you for showing the support for this guy right here, Cam Bam, the man, #1, the best gamer, best engineer, best everything. Thank you, dude. I love you very much.
Love you too.
And thank you guys for showing the support. Again, please subscribe if you haven't already. Push the like button. Give us a like for this video. And the bell for notification for everything coming up in the future. Thank you guys very, very much. Let's get to 10,000 subs before the end of the year. That would be fantastic for the channel. Thank you again for everybody's support. Thank you guys. We will see you very soon. A lot more things coming. I promise. More podcasts are coming. So tune in. Subscribe, guys. Thank you so much.
Let me just write my days.
Yes. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and always be humble to one another. And remember, conserve water and drink some orange juice.
Orange juice. Thanks, guys. Be safe. Be humble. We'll see you guys soon.
Be humble.
I
I love that. All right, guys. Be safe. Stay humble. And be kind to one another. How about
Yes.
that?
See you guys.